What's up with y'all? It's Michael AFK. This is a rant, but it's a different kind of rant. If you ain't this, don't talk to me. Let's get.
Oh boy, I know what he's going for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's get into it real quick, okay? So I watched this anime. I watched several animes over the past couple of weeks, and I think I got a type.
I can go ahead and say before he gets started, I disagree with his character typing, but that's fine.
I think I got a type. Let's just start there, okay? If me and my wife was to get a divorce, I already told her this when we was watching the show. Straight up. I already told her. If you not this chick, don't talk to me. You can go. You can leave. Like today. Okay? And who I'm talking about is Zero-2 from Darling in the Franxx. Now, I understand a lot of people who probably gonna see the thumbnail and see the title and be like, Zero-2? Yes, nigga, Zero-2. Let me explain to you why it's Zero-2. So, Zero-2, when she met this dude, her body instinctually kind of already knew that was her darling, even though her memory was lost. You end up figuring that out like towards the end. But like, the way she be with this dude, bro, that's love. It's obsession. It's toxic, but it's a healthy toxic in my opinion. It only becomes a healthy toxic when you learn about her backstory. So she's essentially like part alien type shit because she was made out of a clone of this other alien, so she cannot reproduce children. But she still has all the working parts of a woman. And when she was a child, she fell in love with this little boy. Now this you don't find out till way later. But because you keep wondering why she keeps using the word, I'm looking for my darling. And then it turns out that the boy, the main character in the story, is that guy, but both of their memories were wiped. And when they were, and all she could remember was that the boy called her, called himself, I'm your darling. So if you ain't mean up, like, that's why, like, so like, nobody could ever be in a ship with her more than 3 times because how their mechanisms work. They was essentially in doggy style, but how the robots and stuff worked, it essentially required a male and a female. A female would be down here, a male would be up here, and they would control the robot together. But like a lot of the damage, even though both parties took damage, the women took more damage than the men. So like, but with her, it was like she was essentially draining the life force out of every man that was getting in a ship with her, except this one boy, because her body had already determined this is mine. So when she see him, she's like, I'll give you a shot, not realizing it's really him. But like, she kisses him. Mind you, there's nobody that she's ever kissed until that moment. She's heard about kissing, but there's nobody that she's kissed except him and her actual darling in her mind, right? So she's like, I'm looking for my darling. That's what the fuck I'm looking for. And she remembers the conversation. She don't remember the face. So she doesn't realize it's him. His memory got wiped, which made it hard for him to even be able to use the robots anymore. But with her, he's an excellent captain, right? So, I know I'm just breaking it down. Fuck this dude. He's a cool guy. This is my bitch now. I'm just going ahead and throw that out there right there.
I mean, he's not going to be able to fight you about it because you've seen the way he looked like.
Yeah.
He's small as fuck.
I'm being his behind, just straight up.
So like,
we can hook, but I'm just saying, if you ain't like her, we don't need to talk. This girl, so Buddy gets hurt, and then they both kind of remember their memories together at the same time, and all she wants to do is apologize, and he's in the hospital because she felt like she was killing him, and she started screaming, I'm a monster, and he sees this, but he doesn't die, he's just in the hospital, right? But his friends and their team were all like, oh shit, no, we can't let you see him because we're not gonna let you kill him. Especially this one girl who's like in love with this dude, and her name's Ichigo.
I think her name.
Yeah, her name is Ichigo.
Yeah.
But she's in love with this dude, and she kissed him after Zero-2 kissed him. Because she was trying to see what he feels something like he felt with her. He didn't, but he was honest about it. but she still felt some kind of way, right? So they was trying to prevent Zero-2 from seeing him. And I already liked her character. But what made me fall in love with her was when she had said, "Who do you think you are? I'm just trying to see my darling. Get out the way."
I remember that.
I fell in love with her immediately. I was like, exactly. Fuck you. This is my man. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care if you like him. I don't care if y'all kissed. I don't care if y'all fucked. That is mine's move.
Now that kind of I forgot that kind of personality trait of hers. That I fuck with.
That's what I'm talking about. That shit I fucking admire, and I'm like, yeah.
There's just so many other things about her was just kind of like...
It was off the wall. I understand. Right. But like how she was... I'm talking about how she was about him.
Yeah, that I agree with.
The other outside stuff, I understand. I'm talking about the relationship between them two.
Yeah. The
way she was about him,
right.
If you ain't that, don't talk to me.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, so like it's a lot that goes on in the story. But like, once she was finally able to talk to him, he did call her a monster because of what she did to their friends, because she had made a deal. Okay, if you just let me see him and talk to him and apologize to him, because they was trying to keep them away from each other. And they was like, and even the boy was like, man, just let me see my bitch, please. I'm dying over here. To the point where in the hospital, the dude tied up curtains to escape his room to get to her. That's some different kind of pussy. I'm just saying. Completely something different kind. So like, when she goes in there, she thought that she got tricked because she doesn't see him. And she said, we had a deal. So she started whooping everybody ass like it was nothing. Then when he saw her, all he saw was that she had the other girl holding her by her neck off of her feet. And
I remember that scene too.
And he was like, what are you doing? She put him down and she said, oh, darling, I was just looking for you. And they tried to keep me away from you. I know when you see it, she gonna look crazy. But a party gonna be like, I will fuck her. A party you's gonna, I'm
not even gonna lie, because when I watched the anime, it was like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Because it's not her being crazy.
Right.
It is, but it ain't. Y'all said he was here. Where the fuck is he? Yeah. I made a deal with y'all to see my darling. Where is he? And y'all lied. Mind you, I already know y'all don't like me. Y'all don't fuck with me. You gonna lie to me about my nigga? Where he at? So I understand why she snapped. I get it. She see him, he sees her. She's like, darling, you know, they try to keep me away from you, all this other stuff, and he's like, you are a monster, which is something that vehemently bothers her, right? So she, leaves because out of everybody, he's the person she didn't want to hear that from. And he goes and, eventually he goes like, hey, I fucked up. Like, I'm gonna go get her. Like, cause there was his friends was like, it's okay, she wasn't really one of us and all that type of stuff. And then like one day he was just like, nah, I was just hurt because I didn't want to see y'all get hurt. I'm gonna get my bitch back. I like him with how he is about her. I'm not gonna sit there and lie, because that would be me.
So,
but I'm telling you, that energy, yeah, that's what my rant is about. Is that energy? I want. If you trying to get a man, that's the fucking energy. And what I mean by that, she did not care about none of these other girls. I know you like him. I don't care. Give me my nigga. That's how she was. Yeah. And that energy is on a different level for me. That's a different kind of level for me. And I'm going to give you another example, right? I'm going to give you another example of that same energy, but just more tempered. If you just feel like you got to be more relaxed. I forgot her name, but it's the elf chick who's in blue and white in this anime called Newgate. Dude disappeared for 1,000 years. He did everything he was supposed to do. They was in a video game world. If you die in that game, then you die in real life type shit. That
Sword Art Online shit,
basically. And he ended up getting jumped into 1,000 years later. And for 1,000 years, she didn't let not another motherfucker touch her.
That's called loyalty, if I've ever seen it.
And it's not that she thought that he would come back because she thought, he said he was leaving. They thought they was gonna die. Like they thought that they just would cease to exist.
Right.
But they didn't. Their world kept going. Right. So when she sees him, like first when she got the letter from her apprentice, she was like, heart stopped. But when she saw him in the anime, her whole world stops. Like, is it really you? Went to him, hugged him, didn't even let this dude go. And he was like, we got something to do real quick.
It would have been season 4 too.
Right, we got something to do. Let's handle this real quick. Handled it, and then she literally was debating with herself in the moment if she was going to even go back to finish the other mission. She's like, my master's here. That's what she said. Master. Immediately, dick got hard. I'm just saying. I'm like, that energy of like, you are it. Period.
Yeah.
You're
not gonna find that in real life.
Right. You end up hearing in the story, so many men asked her out. So many men said, I'll be your husband. So many men said, I'll treat you good. Kings was like, I got you. She's like, you ain't him.
Right.
Energy, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about. So like that right there, that's the end. And to the point that like, so you end up finding out towards the end of it. Spoiler alert. You end up finding out towards the end of the first season because season 2 hasn't came out yet. Crunchyroll, for the love of God, stop killing me with this shit. Make the new season. Anyway, you end up finding out at the end of season.
That's what you watched on Crunchyroll.
That's one of them. But what you end up seeing at the end of it is basically they have a conversation, and it turns out he had another girl that he was in love with, but she got killed by another player, so she died in real life. So I think a part of him, it hasn't been stated, but I think one of the reasons why he just wants to get back to reality and to his world is probably just to go to her grave, just to say I'm sorry. That's what I think, right? But like he sees all his other companions and shit, and they're like, she's how she feels about you, and he's like, I suspect it, but I gotta get back home.
Mm-hmm.
And then like at the end, she said, "Are you still in love with her, the other girl?" And he's like, "Yes." And she was like, "It was a pause, and this is why these two women are fighting for my heart right now." She said, she took a moment and she said, "That's okay. I'm going to prove to you and show you I'm the best everything for you." I was like, yes, bitch. And she said it so calm and confident. Like, you don't realize it? I already got you. And I'm going to show you. Yeah. But when she said it, she put that master at the end of it. She literally like, master. I was like, nigga.
Now, like, if you ever want to watch an anime where if master is your big shit, like, if you ever want to see an anime where that's prominent, watch Rise of the Shield Hero.
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that.
That right there, that's a great anime. I haven't seen season 2, but season 1 was an absolute success. It was amazing.
I'm gonna start Shield Hero today.
Okay.
But like that energy, that's the energy. I understand how everybody watches anime, but I'm telling you right now, as men, fuck that, women, and you too, how would you feel? And it's not somebody that legitimately is like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't pick me. That's not the energy that these women are giving these people. They're just like,
that's not yandere energy, right?
Yeah, no. The energy that they're giving is, you are mine and you don't know it.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck if there's another bitch you fucking. I'm here. Legs open. What's up? I'm saying, like, both of them both said, basically, in niggadom, they both said, fuck them bitches. Do that. But I'm yours and you mine. You might wonder, I'm here. 1,000 years?
Yeah.
1,000 years? You transport 1,000 years in the future. Where shit happened? Flashlight. 1,000 years later, let's just say the love of your life, whoever you was like, I really love that bitch at one point. And she's alive. And she's like, yeah, nobody's ever touched me since you.
I'm taking it back.
Not even a piece of you gonna be like, oh damn, bitch, you might be the one. like
Right.
you're gonna say, oh yeah, nah, nobody ever. Nah, they're not you.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then have the other side of the energy be like, I don't give a fuck about that hoe. We together. You mines. I'm yours. Fuck them. What we doing? A part of you gonna be like, if it's a good toxic like old girl from Darling in the Franxx, you're gonna be like, yeah. Cause here's the thing. We've all been with a crazy girl before. A part of that is that. That's why we like that shit. Cause I don't give a fuck about none of that. Let me suck your dick. A part of that is that wild, crazy aspect. So if you get
that's the thing. That's positive. That's positive craziness.
Yeah. So I'm saying so like the girl from Darling in the Franxx, that's a positive, toxic, crazy that I can appreciate and want. Like, tell me, I don't give a fuck about them hoes, bro. I don't care. What you need, I'll give it to you. You my darling. My wife could never say that to me now. If she ever say, you're my darling, she's getting pregnant again. This birth control is a rap. It's a fucking rap. Like, literally, I rarely cry. Just in general. I rarely cry. And not, I'm a man. A lot of shit's happened to me in my life, so it doesn't get me. I cried at the end of this anime. No bullshit. I cried at the end of this anime. Because, so again, spoiler alert, they died at the end. Mm-hmm. The two lovers, they died at the end.
I remember that.
But they said, they was like, oh, we're beginning to disappear. And she said, it doesn't, this is the crazy I need. She said, it doesn't matter. I will find you again. And he said, I will find you too. And at the end, they're reincarnated as kids. She trips over a branch. He's reading a book. And he's like, oh, hey, are you okay? She said, yeah, I'm fine. And then it's a conversation between them two. And he says, what's your name? And then the anime stops. I was like, they found each other. Tears immediately, nigga. Like, you don't understand. A bitch is like, I don't care. Like, I'ma find you. That's different, nigga.
Yeah, it is.
That's different. That's my rant. I'm sorry, y'all. But you gotta understand, as a human being, to have that is a more pure love than I think people realize, and I needed to see that in the anime. I did. So that's my rant. I appreciate y'all for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, do the roast, do everything. So the channel's growing. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Watch Newgate and Darling in the Franxx. That's what I got for y'all.